Hey guys. Hey guys. Hi. So it's been about a week, maybe 6 days since I've uploaded anything. Let me grab my crutches really quickly. Just in case I need them. Currently I am standing on my own. And kind of just wanted to talk about something that I've been thinking about recently. I know a lot of you have issues with, feeling unattractive and thinking you're unattractive. I feel like a lot of you, right? And keep in mind, I'm wearing band-aids, so some of you don't know the extent of my face, but I feel like a lot of you suffer from body dysmorphia, from like severe bullying and things like that. I feel like there is a difference, and I understand if you feel a certain way about how you look, but I think that there's a difference between feeling ugly and being treated as, as if you're ugly by society. And it's not that, your feelings are necessarily invalid, because feeling ugly, feeling like you don't look good to other people or to yourself is valid, and I understand that. But there is a real phenomenon of people who aren't a societal ideal, or who society considers to be unattractive, how they are mistreated. There is a lot of, there are a lot of studies done on it. There are a lot of people who come forward and say, hey, when I was a kid, I was super thin and people would make fun of me, or hey, when I was a kid, people made fun of my eyes for no reason, in my opinion. And it happens not only when you're a kid, but when you're an adult. So I know quite a few people who, in my opinion, are very attractive, right? But in society's warped view, they are not the most attractive. And so they're made fun of, they're ridiculed, they're cast out instead of being accepted into the group. And you have to think about it like this. Have you ever been in a social situation, and this is like criticizing your own personal biases, a social situation where there was someone who, was attractive, and there was someone who is average, and there was someone who is considered by society unattractive? Who would you have talked to? In just a social situation, let's say you're partnering up with someone. A lot of people would go for the socially acceptable type of person, which it just seems like when you don't look a certain way, people ignore you, or, they're friendly to your face, or they'll talk bad about you. I think it's way, way too normalized to talk about people behind their back, alright? I think, criticize someone when they need to be criticized, but when it comes to criticizing their looks, that is the most irrelevant thing you could ever criticize about someone. Because what does it really say about you? It just says that, you're shallow and you are obviously a jerk, because not to say that everyone who's criticized people in the past are jerks, but in the future, you should try to not do that, because what if people are doing that to you behind your back? You wouldn't like it very much. And I have been guilty in the past of doing stuff like that, especially when I was younger, like middle school, things like that. As I got older, and as I, learned some empathy for people other than myself, I would see things happening, and now I actually stand up for people because that's how it's supposed to be. You don't sit there and let someone be berated or let someone, have their back turned and then someone's just talking about their appearance. One of the things that really, really turns me off is when, let's say, a guy or a girl that I'm talking to and I'm like interested in them, if they comment on other people's bodies around us, that might be one of the biggest turnoffs I've ever, because, like I said, it's irrelevant to them, and it's not in good taste when you're talking to someone that you like, that you pick apart other people's bodies. Like, let's say, even ex-girlfriends and things like that. Let's say, your partner has an ex-girlfriend and they say something like, oh yeah, like, you're way prettier than her. And it's like, why are we judging people based off of our looks? Like, I understand your perspective, but at the same time, like, what if it was being done to me? What if you were telling your next girlfriend, like, oh, you're way prettier than her? I just don't understand the point of it. I think a better way to go about it is to say, oh, you're very pretty, or oh, you look great, you're a gorgeous person. But comparing and contrasting looks is a bad thing to do, in my opinion, because you don't have to put someone else down to bring someone else up. You see what I'm saying? It doesn't make a lot of sense to me personally, which is why I don't do it. I'm sure when I was a kid I did it, but when I look at people, I don't compare them and contrast them. I used to, a couple years ago, I used to just sit and look at women for hours and hours online and think about, like, how I don't look like that. And then I realized one day, I was like, you will never look like that. You will never look that way. That is not you. Your face shape is not the same as that. There's no way in hell. No surgery. Sorry, my legs are starting to hurt. No surgery will ever make you look like that model, because that's not who you are. Anyway, one of my biggest pet peeves is people bringing other people down to bring someone else up. I don't understand it. I think, give a compliment for the sake of giving a compliment. Don't, trash someone for the sake of someone else, because there's enough compliments to go around. There are, I promise. You don't have to disparage someone just to make someone else feel attractive. And anyone who does that, I, instantly am just like, this person is a little bit, misguided. They're misguided on what, women like. I mean, in the comments, tell me, do you guys like, men or women, do you guys like when people, say that you're way prettier than someone, or way more, interesting, or blah, 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 oh, you're better than all those girls? It's like, I'm pretty average. I don't know. I don't think building me up is all that great. You could just say, oh, you're great, or oh, you're attractive. Sorry, I have hair all in my mouth. Ugh. But yeah, I guess that's all I really wanted to vent about is that. So I don't really have a lot else to say today. Except for I am exhausted, and I don't know why. These past few days I've been super, super tired, and it could just be because I'm using my crutches so much and I'm not used to walking like this. I took literally an entire almost 2 months not walking. So now at this point, because I am walking so much, the bottom of my feet are burning sometimes, so. But yeah, I guess that's all for today. I'm probably going to take a nap now. Thank you guys for watching. I will see you in the next video.